The 75th Ranger Regiment is the United States Army's premier light infantry fighting force, specializing in raids and assault missions deep inside enemy territory. There are three pillars that make up the Ranger mission: special operations raids, forcible entry operations, and special reconnaissance. Since October 2001, the 75th Ranger Regiment has been continuously engaged in combat operations around the world in support of the global war on terror. Over the past 19 years of combat, the Ranger Regiment dismantled multiple terrorist networks, defended the U.S. homeland, helped support the growth of indigenous forces, and led the way in multiple Army initiatives. In the current fight, the 75th Ranger Regiment continues to target and strike violent extremist organizations, integrating a multi-domain approach to its day-to-day combat operations as it continues to hunt down the enemies of the United States and its allies and partners. In the forward fight, the Ranger Regiment is currently testing and developing a next-generation targeting system supporting its TACON higher headquarters overseas.
The next-generation targeting consists of 4 lines of effort: intelligence preparation of the battlefield, network access, cyber actions, and over-the-horizon interagency support. Each of these 4 components enables a Ranger strike force to fully understand the physical, information, and cyber environment before it launches against its target. Additionally, next-generation targeting has allowed the Ranger Regiment to adapt to the future conflict as it has been adapting a build, monitor, strike, and influence approach to its overseas operations.
Rangers are building host nation partner capability by building mission command capacity. Rangers are actively directing intelligence, strike, and exploitation operations through a combined situational awareness room with its partners. This program enables Rangers to build host nation capacity to properly coordinate air, ground, and intelligence assets. The Ranger Regiment is postured for rapid crisis response, allowing the Ranger Regiment to have better situational awareness of what is going on across the Sajoa. Rangers are not just building host nation capacity, though. They are partnered with multiple nations in NATO and the U.S. interagency. Thus, the regiment has built lasting relationships with multiple nations whose support will be greatly needed as the United States faces potential future conflict, to include near-peer threats. Interagency and coalition partnerships are hallmarks of the combined and joint approach to the Ranger Regiment developed over the past 2 decades of war. Through these partnerships, the Ranger Regiment built out its intelligence and monitoring network. Rangers today use a multidisciplined intelligence approach in their targeting. This allows Ranger intelligence collectors to not only monitor enemies of the United States, but has given them the ability to penetrate deep into the enemy network. Ranger intelligence agents and analysts are building clear pictures of the environment for the Ranger strike cell to then action. This happens almost daily, resulting in numerous strikes and raids against terrorist networks threatening the United States and its allies. Ranger strike operations continue to consist of world-class precision raids and strikes that have had operational and strategic impacts upon the battlefield. Rangers still focus on the Big Five: marksmanship, physical training, medical, small unit tactics, and mobility. These Big Five are timeless training focus areas and carry through to the multi-domain fight more than ever before. Trained to conduct joint forcible entry, special operations raids, and special reconnaissance, Rangers are testing new tactics, techniques, and procedures daily in combat.
Ranger strike forces have captured and killed some of the most violent and deadly operatives of various terrorist organizations in the past 19 years, and are keeping the homeland safe even as you watch this video.
A Ranger strike force's organic assets now include explosive ordnance disposal tech, small UAS, snipers, military working dogs, and cultural support teams. These assets show how versatile the regiment has become as it stays relevant and ready for combat in both a counterinsurgency environment as well as great power competition. Ranger strikes are not the end of the mission, though. To reinforce battlefield success, Rangers are actively taking part in influence and information operations. These actions are ensuring Rangers dominate the information environment, creating psychological obstacles for our enemies. Adopting a multi-domain approach to battle, Rangers are attacking not just the physical environment, but are also the cognitive domains of the enemies of the United States. With battlefields now extending into cyberspace, organizations such as the Regimental Cyber and Electromagnetic Activities Company and the Ranger Communications Company are testing the limits of industry's newest software and learning how they can better affect the cyber and information domains of war. In total, Rangers see today's battlefield as more than just a simple ground fight. The 75th Ranger Regiment recognizes the need for an integrated and multidisciplined intelligence approach with interagency and coalition partners. It is testing the limits of the newest technological innovations and experimenting with enablers at all levels of the command.
It is incorporating air, ground, sea, space, and cyber elements on a daily basis to continue to hunt down and destroy the enemies of the United States.
The 75th Ranger Regiment is also not leaving battlefield lessons behind. Following Abrams' charter, the regiment strives to return on the Army's investment with strong leaders, improved capabilities, and modernized TTPs across the entire Department of Defense. The regiment is growing its CONUS capabilities, shifting focus towards great power competition and crisis response. It is looking at new ways to defeat underground facilities, conduct heavy breaching, and grow a more sustainable force. CONUS partnerships with AWG, direct ties to TRADOC, the Combined Arms Center, and partnerships with various American universities have allowed the regiment to shift its metal tasks to present-day problems with near-peer competitors. Initiatives such as the regiment's Mill Suite Lessons Learned Portal, Thor 3, and Project Phalanx are building more resilient warriors. This video will delve more in depth into these projects and more as the U.S. Army's 75th Ranger Regiment postures itself for the future fight in an ever-changing and complex world. Rangers lead the way.